I've always loved old books more than people. People lied. They smiled when they hated you. You said they were fine when they weren't. Books were honest. Every page meant something. Most weekends, I wandered secondhand bookstores alone. Tiny places that smelled like dust and old paper. I'd spend hours running my fingers across the cracked spines, looking for stories nobody remembered anymore. That's where I found the book. It was hidden behind a row of ruined books in this tiny bookstore near the harbor. The place barely looked open, no sign outside, just one flickering light in the window. The owner was asleep behind the counter when I walked in. The book itself was black, no title, no author. And when I picked it up, it felt warm. I remember frowning at that. When I opened it, every page was blank, completely blank.
$2.
The old lady mumbled without opening her eyes. I should have left it there, but something about it felt important, like it had been waiting for me. So I bought it. That night, I sat in bed with tea and the book resting on my knees. I remember laughing quietly to myself, wondering why I'd wasted money on empty pages. Then the words appeared. Not slowly, not fading in. 1 second the page was blank. The next,
You finally opened it.
I froze. I stared at the page for a long time. Then I laughed nervously. Okay, I whispered. That's creepy. The words disappeared. New ones appeared almost immediately.
You sound prettier than I imagined.
I slammed the book shut. My apartment suddenly felt too quiet, too still. But after a few minutes, I opened it again. Nothing. Blank pages. I flipped through faster, still blank. Then, on the final page,
No, you're finally listening.
I barely slept that night. I kept telling myself there had to be an explanation, hidden ink, some strange trick. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right, because he had answered me. The next evening, curiosity won. I came home from work, made tea, sat on my couch, and opened the book. Immediately, words appeared.
Hello, Marie.
I stopped breathing. I'd never written my name in it. How do you know my name? A pause, then
I know many things about you.
cold spread through my arms. You're not real.
Neither are most fears until they touch you.
I should have thrown it away. Instead, I kept reading. Every night after work, I opened the book, and every night it spoke to me. At first, it felt harmless. It asked questions about my childhood, about the books I loved, about why I hated silence when I was trying to sleep. It knew things it shouldn't. The scar on my knee from when I was 8, the name of my first dog, the fact I still slept with the closet light on. Never told it any of that, but somehow, talking to it became normal, comforting even. Sometimes the words appeared before I spoke.
You cried at work today. Your mother still blames you for your sister leaving. You pretend loneliness is a choice.
The worst part, it was right. One night, I finally asked the question I've been avoiding. What are you? The page stayed blank for almost a minute, then slowly.
I'm a story.
That's not an answer.
It's the only answer you're capable of understanding.
I stared at the page. Then another sentence appeared beneath it.
Would you like me to read to you?
The lights in my apartment flickered once. I should have said no. Instead, I whispered, "Okay." Pages began turning on their own, one after another, and then I heard her, a woman's voice, soft, gentle, right beside my ear.
Once there was a girl who lived alone with her books.
I dropped the book instantly. It slammed against the floor. Silence. My heart pounded so hard it hurt. The apartment was empty, but I knew I heard her. Not in my head, not imagined, right beside me. I didn't touch the book for 3 days after that. I shoved it into a kitchen drawer beneath old batteries and junk mail. But things started changing. At night, I heard pages turning somewhere in the apartment. Softly, slowly. Sometimes I'd wake up at 3 in the morning to whispers drifting through the dark. Once I found the book lying open on my pillow, a single sentence scratched across both pages.
Why are you afraid of me now?
I started sleeping with every light on. Then one night, while brushing my teeth, I heard a voice again.
Marie.
Soft, almost loving. I spun around. Nothing. But the bathroom door was open, and somewhere down the dark hallway, I heard pages turning, one after another. I grabbed the book and ran outside barefoot into the freezing rain. I threw it into a dumpster 3 streets away. Then I went home shaking. For the first time in weeks, the apartment felt quiet. I slept, real sleep. No whispers, no pages turning, no voices. I woke up relieved until I saw the black book resting on my bedside table, dry, untouched, waiting. Words slowly spread across both pages.
You can't return a story once you've become part of it.
My hands started shaking. More words appeared, faster now, hungrier.
You opened me. You listened. You let me inside.
The pages started turning violently on their own. Wind rushed through the apartment even though every window was closed. And then the voice spoke again, not beside me this time, everywhere, inside the walls, inside the ceiling, inside my head.
You know what the best stories are made of, Marie?
The room darkened. The shadows stretched unnaturally across the floor. I couldn't breathe. Then the voice whispered.
Readers.
The last thing I remember clearly was the book opening wider than it should have, far wider, the spine cracking backward like a jaw opening, and inside the pages there was darkness, moving darkness. Something waiting there, something with too many eyes. I don't remember climbing in, but I know I did, because sometimes, late at night, I still hear people reading me, turning my pages carefully, whispering my words out loud. When they reach the final chapter, I speak to them too. You felt it, didn't you? That moment where something changed. You almost heard it. Play it back.
Absolutely. Got it.
It's clearer the second time. You've been listening to Dead Air. If you enjoyed the episode, follow the show. And remember, listen closely. New episodes every week. Good night. You stayed. We knew you would.
Don't turn around.